could not believe what they saw. They were, I think, shocked, traumatized, and yet they've been interviewed by the police for 10 minutes only. That's it. I mean, that doesn't sound right when you witness a case that is not only captured national but international attention, and a key witness that was right there within feet of this terrifying incident, seeing a man get shot after he's saying, "No, it's Justo, it isn't fair." And the cops just turn around, basically at point blank, and fire into him. 17 shots fired, 7 hit. 2 in the back. What does that tell you? But what appalls me is that why only 10-minute interview for such a critical witness? If that.
Well, thank you for your question. You apparently have more information so far on this case than I do at this point. Again, one of the
Again, if you please limit our commentary, we're going to have a respectful dialogue.
But the concern that you raised is concerning, and I want to share something too about our group. Many times, even though we receive the reports, there's often times where we have to send back follow-up information. And the information that you're sharing that a witness had, if that is the key witness and it appears that the information that they were able to gather is inadequate, we send back follow-up requests to the SIU unit. The SIU investigation does not conclude in total when they send it to my office. That's usually where the work begins, because we had this on several cases where we had to send back numerous requests for follow-up. And that's the difference between the prosecutor's office and the role of the police department, is that we're now looking to find out the answers that we would need to make a determination on whether or not there's sufficient evidence for a crime. And if we believe that a crime may have taken place, but we have inefficient information from a key witness, as you pointed out, we send that request back to follow up. And I would certainly like to follow up with this particular witness. Again, my role as prosecutor is not to go out and interview witnesses or collect information. So if you, sir, are a witness on the case when we receive it, eventually there may be an appropriate time where we can have investigators follow up with you. And I would certainly want to follow up with you too, as we do on several other cases. When we have witnesses out there that have key information, we need to go out and find it. So again, once we do get the case, and once we get an opportunity to prepare for the coroner's inquest, you're obviously going to be listed as a key witness of that process and be able to testify. So don't think that because the law enforcement might have given you a very short interview, that somehow that's discounted. We have a way as well of following up and trying to get that additional key information. That's part of how the process works, not just on this case, but really on any case. There's always there's a need for doing follow-up. And that's an important concern. I'm glad you raised that, because again,
Sir, would you like to take it? Would you like to be the next person? And it's always somebody in the back after he makes his statement. Sir, making a statement, sir?
Yeah, I'll make a statement. My name is Ben Patrick. I've been a resident pastor for 9 years. My wife and 3 kids and I were restored that night over the apartment. I won't go into details about it right here, but I would like to address this. First of all, I want to address that I do support my local police, and we need them, obviously, right? We need the police. The night of March 10th, on the corner of 10th and Lewis, what my family and myself witnessed, along with other innocent community members, was wrong in so many ways. I was actually there to pull over because one officer was struggling with a gentleman. And so I pulled over just in case the officer was not able to defend himself. And so it is concerning that I was only talking for 10 minutes, and that night I was threatened that they were going to arrest me if I didn't leave the scene. They threatened me over 15 times they're going to throw me in jail if I didn't go home, which I was a key witness to that. Why are you going to threaten to put me in jail when all I wanted for the truth to get out there? That's all I wanted since day one, the truth. Do I agree with Antonio's actions that night? Absolutely not. Like I said, I was there just in case the officer should be assisted. I don't feel that it's fair that Ken Wake, Richmond, and whatnot is investigating past incident. They work hand in hand on a daily basis. On everything they do, they are brothers and training. This is called trust.
please allow your colleague to speak without interrupting. So thank you, I appreciate that.
This is 3 cities, but really, if you live here, you know it's basically one broken into 3 separate areas. So they work together on a daily basis. How are they going to investigate each other? That's not a fair thing. That'd be like me investigating my brother or something either. These guys train together on a daily basis. I, as a concerned citizen, am asking for the Department of Justice to step in and give us a fair investigation, a fair trial. This is not fair what's going on here. Like I said, I was threatened with jail. I was threatened with CPS at my door on the day of the 11th because I was at City Hall that day. I kept my kids home from school that morning because the detectives told me I should keep them home. And then I was threatened with CPS at my door because I kept them home from school and was a part of this. So I've been threatened this whole time, and I'm a key witness to this. You're going to threaten to put me in jail. You're not even going to listen to me. You don't even want me to talk. I don't think this gentleman should be on the case. He is an ex-police officer. It's not fair that a police officer is going to investigate a police officer. That don't make sense to me as a community. And for no one to actually come forward and ask me my opinion or my statement, that's crazy. That don't make sense to me. This is a murder. What I seen that day, and I witnessed, and I heard and said, this isn't justice. How are you going to shoot me? It's just a rock. And then for them, as he runs up the sidewalk, they tell him to freeze, will shoot. He freezes, they still shoot him. They shot him in the back. He was inches away from building cars. He could have, thank God, it's a miracle that no one else that day was injured.
Yeah.
It's a miracle. And a miracle only that no one else was injured that day. It's horrific that this man, of course, he deserved his day in court, he deserved trial, he deserved that fairness, and this is not fair what's going on here. I honestly am asking you to step down, and I'm asking for the chief to step down. He has not done his job. He's talking about there's a fair relationship between the police and our citizens.
Sir, you can address the commission. That's a part, I think.
I'm a little upset and concerned as a citizen here that this is happening in my community. My kids are away from dad for living basketball. It's a nice, calm community that everybody gets along with everybody. But for something like this to happen, it's really upsetting.